What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome to my unit review series. In this series, I take a look at the new units released in the game and tell you how good they are. And this time I will be reviewing Camus, and in this video, I will be telling you guys how good he is and what are some of his best skill and intense options, and we will also take a look at some of his best teammates who can support him and counters that he should watch out for when using him. And at the end, I'll also tell you guys if it's worth upgrading him to 5-star or not. So Camus is the 9th Grand Hero Battle unit in the game, and I would say that he is the best Grand Hero Battle unit so far. We'll be taking a look at his 5-star stats, and if you guys didn't already know, any kind of free-to-play unit that this game gives you, it has always got neutral IVs in all stats. His HP stat is decent enough, and along with the speed, he can take hits pretty easily on the physical side. He has got the same attack stat as Xander, and he can hit fairly hard with that. His speed is the main stat, which differentiates him from Xander, but in a good way. By having 33 speed, he avoids getting doubled by a lot of units like Bright Cordelia, Nino, Minerva, Lind, Fury Sharina, plus speed Takumi, and plus speed Celica, just to name a few. And he actually has got the second highest speed stat in the game for a Cavalier unit. His defense stat is very solid, and with this defense stat and his speed, he can survive for longer and take hits even when he has got the weapons triangle disadvantage. His resistance is the lowest for a blue unit, unfortunately, and he dies to some boosted red mages like Tharja pretty easily. As you can see, we have got this vanilla Tharja who has received a mere +2 resistance bonus from Fortify Resistance Sacred Seal, and she's able to 1-round KO Camus just like that. And then we have got this vanilla Celica, and if she is at full health, she can also 1-round KO Camus. It's his biggest flaw, and he is susceptible to red mages like Tharja, Celica, and obviously to green mages like Julia and Nino, who are super popular in Arena right now as the metagame is very mage oriented and you often face dancer teams with like 3 mages, but it can be somewhat fixed with the skill and inheritance mechanic, as you guys will see. His weapon is Gradivis, and this is the only lance in the game which has got distant counter skill built into it, and no, it cannot be inherited by any other unit like Effie or Sharina, because legendary weapons like these cannot be inherited. This weapon alone has the power to make Camus a top tier unit, and since Camus is a Cavalier unit with good mobility, he's a top tier unit for sure. His slot A skill is Granny's Shield, which removes effective damage from weapons that are super effective on cavalry units like Wolf Tomes. Luckily for him, there are only 3 units in the game so far who have got the Wolf Tomes, and they are Ray, Female Robin, and Ursula. And you have more chances of pulling 2 Hectors in a same batch than facing any of these units in Arena. And even if you do, Ursula will be found on a Horse Emblem team with Bladblade Tome, and Female Robin is usually seen using Grand Raven Tome, and Ray is Ray, and you will never really see him outside of MKV's free-to-play videos, unfortunately. Also, Wolf Tomes are not usually inherited to any other units commonly, so this skill is pretty useless compared to Iod Shield for flying units and Sylvalan Shield for armored units, and it should be replaced with a better slot A skill as soon as possible. I would even recommend not even to waste any kind of SP to buy the skill for Camus, and straight up just get a better slot A skill for him. His slot C skills are Spur Attack 2 and Goat Cavalry, which are pretty decent I guess, since he can stack Goat Cavalry boost on each other, but still Hone Cavalry is usually preferred. His special is Growing Thunder, and it's a 5-turn cooldown move, and it should be replaced with a better special like Bonfire, which does not take that long to charge. And overall, Camus has got lackluster special and passives, but because of his weapon and his stats alone, he's a top tier unit, and yeah, he's just that good. In my opinion, he is the best lance unit in the game right now, and he will be joining FE in the S+ tier. Camus has got solid defense, good speed and attack, with excellent mobility due to being a Cavalier unit, and he can also counter attack at 1-2 range, so he can do a lot of things and cover many roles, and that's why he is the best lance unit in the game. No other lance unit in the game can do all of those things which I just listed. Now let's move on to some of his best skill and inheritance options. He has got 2 sets. The first one is an enemy face set, and the other one is a player face skill set. For slot A, he has got 3 options: Fury from a 4-star Hinata bumps his speed to 36, which means that even threats like plus speed Lind will not be able to double him, and he gets more bulkier as well, but because of the damage that he's gonna be taking due to Fury, it might knock him out of the quick riposte range at times, and that could be pretty troublesome. And Fury, in my opinion, works much better with Vantage. Attack plus 3 is a cheaper option than Fury, and the difference between Fury and Attack plus 3 is not really that big in terms of matchups won. And with quick riposte, as you can see, the difference is pretty marginal. However, with Vantage, Fury is clearly the better option. So Fury works best with Vantage as it can actually bring him into the Vantage range, and Attack plus 3 works better with quick riposte. And in case you're having the first world problem of having too many Celicas, you can give Camus distant defense to make his matchup chart much better against mages and also against archers, which have started to rise in the metagame again with the release of Bright Cordelia, who is the new best archer in the game. Distant defense should only be run with quick riposte because that's the set where he's supposed to take hits, and with Vantage he's actually supposed to kill units in a single hit. And this is his matchup chart with distant defense compared to other slot A options. Sure, it does not win him as many matchups, but on defensive tiles in arena, he can do some pretty neat stuff, like he can 1-round KO a plus attack Deathblow Julia after living her hit. And obviously I know you're not gonna be leaving him in the range of Julia, but still it shows that how distant defense can improve his strength as an enemy phase unit, and it's a viable option. I wouldn't recommend you to run Life and Death on him, even though he might kill more units with it, because Camus severely loses his bulk and ability to take hits with Life and Death, and that's one of his strengths. So that's why Life and Death should not be run on him, and all of these other slot A options are much viable. For his slot B, he has got two good options, quick riposte and Vantage. And the first thing I know people are gonna ask me is that why I'm recommending Vantage on Camus when I straight up rejected it as an option for Xander. Well, the thing is that Camus has got better speed and therefore he can survive more attacks if he doesn't kill a unit with a single move, and he has also got better weapon color than Xander. And you can see the comparison between Vantage Xander and Vantage Camus, and you can clearly see how Vantage Camus is actually viable unlike Vantage Xander, so that's why I'm listing it as an option. And Vantage Camus can kill many threats like Tharja, Celica, Sanaki, Lilina, Bright Cordelia, and Lind in a single hit, as you can see. So Vantage is an option if your team lacks a magic check, because Camus can certainly check some red and blue mages. If you already have a magic check, then quick riposte works really well and wins him most amount of the matchups out of any of his sets. He can basically attack units twice, and most of the time he will just 1-round KO them. So it's up to the need of your team. You can run quick riposte 2 instead of 3 actually, because the difference is pretty marginal, and quick riposte 3 is only available to 5-star units, so that's why you can go with quick riposte 2 and it will be completely fine. His slot C has got a couple of options. Hone Cavalry and Fortify Cavalry skills can work if you're using him on a Horse Emblem team, and the other two options work outside of Horse Emblem teams. Threat and Defense with quick riposte set works really well and allows him to win more matchups, while Threat and Speed with Vantage is really good as it wins him more matchups over Threat and Defense. So if you're using Vantage, then go with Threat and Speed, otherwise you can use Threat and Defense with quick riposte. For his special, you can give him Moonbow, as it will allow him to get more 1-round KOs with quick riposte set, and Bonfire also works if you need explosive power. For his assist skill, you want to go with Swap, as it is a great skill for a frontline unit like him, and alternatively you can also go with Reposition, because it's a really good skill, especially on a unit who has got good mobility. For his secret seal, you want to go with Attack +1 with this set. And the maximum cost of this build, if you decide to go with Distant Defense and Quick Riposte 3, is 2460 SP, and the minimum cost for this build, if you go with Attack +3 and Quick Riposte 2, is 1785 SP. Now let's move on to his player face set. For his slot A, you want to go with Darting Blow, as it allows him to reach 39 speed after this, and he can double a lot of units. For his player face skill set, Darting Blow wins him most amount of the matchups compared to other slot A skills like Fury, Deathblow, and Swift Sparrow. and Swordbreaker for his slot B pretty much allows him to one-round KO every sword unit in the game except for Drog, who's not really that common in Arena, and because of the speed boost that he gets from Darting Blow, he can cancel out the Swordbreaker skill of other sword units many times and proceed to just kill them, which is really amazing. Lancebreaker can also be run, but it doesn't really help him that much as he fails to one-round KO Effie and Fury Ephraim, who are very popular units in Arena. However, he still gets to one-round KO Fury Sharina. Threaten Speed wins him more matchups after the debuff compared to Threaten Defense, so that's why it should be run on this set. For this set, Camus needs Explosive Power at times to finish off his enemies, so that's why Bonfire is the special for him, and it gives him 15 points of additional damage when he triggers it. Reposition is gonna be his assist skill for this set, and it is a fantastic and a versatile skill which will increase Camus's utility on your team. For his Sacred Seal, you can run Attack +1 if you want to win more matchups, or you can run Speed +1 if you want to double base 35 speed units like Erika, so it's up to you. And the total cost of this build is 2250 SP, and this is his matchup chart with this build. Now let's move on to some of his teammates who can support him. Camus's biggest weakness is his resistance stat, so that's why magic checks like Kagero are amazing with him. Sanagi is also a great green magic check, and Green Tomebreaker Julia can also be a magic check as she will be able to deal with blue mages and green mages. Strong red units who can take out green units and one-round KO green units like Hector are also welcomed with Camus. And if you're using his Quick Repose set, then passive healers with Ardent Sacrifice, Reciprocal Aid, and Breath of Life can also help him stay in the Quick Repose range. And obviously Camus is a great candidate for a Horse Emblem team, so he also likes the boost from those skills. His counters mainly include mages like Reinhardt and Bunny Lucina, who do not die to a single hit from him and they can one-round KO him instead. And green units like Hector, who are super common in Arena, will also make it really hard for Camus to function. And now I will be telling you guys if it's worth upgrading Camus to 5-star or not. And like I've expressed before, I think that Camus is a top tier unit and the best lance unit in the game so far, so I think that it should be your highest priority to upgrade him to 5-star. And if you have not promoted Sharina and Xander yet to 5-star, then you should definitely upgrade Camus first, then Xander, and at last Sharina. Camus is one of a kind of a unit in the game, and he also unlocks his legendary weapon at 5-star rarity, so I think it's worth upgrading him to 5-star. He can also fit into any type of team archetype with the right set of skills. He can also be a defensive backbone of a team and also kill units when needed, so he's really amazing. Not to mention, he's also another free-to-play unit for making a Horse Emblem team, and a Horse Emblem team can be simply made out of him, Xander, Ursula, and Cecilia, and all of those units are free to play, and that's really amazing for free-to-play players as they can have access to the strongest team archetype in the game with a good Lance Cavalier. Horse Emblem will literally make Arena easy mode for you and you will just run through the enemy teams. Horse Emblem teams also excel in-game in Grand Hero battle maps and new paralogs, and if you guys are interested, I can even make an in-depth guide on Horse Emblem since I have experience of building a Horse Emblem team and various horse units for that archetype, and that's the team I use all the time in Arena. So overall, he's truly worthy of being upgraded into a 5-star unit as he's gonna be a top tier, and there is nothing better than getting a free top tier unit. And that's pretty much gonna conclude my unit review. If you enjoyed, please consider giving a like to this video as it helps me out a lot, and share this video with all your friends who play Fire Emblem Heroes. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.